Hello and welcome to the video how to upgrade your Squire Affinity Strat. Well, I did the following. I wrote on the back of my headstock the voice of the people. I put it in first with pencils and then with some cool markers you can write on metal, a fine liner in S. I probably should erase the pencil lines underneath it. I was thinking maybe I do it with acrylics like I do it right there. But yeah, what I want to talk to you, when you get your Fender Squire Affinity and you're playing this guitar, but maybe you're not a noob anymore and you want to bring it to the next stage. I was watching a video from a guy, I don't know, what's his name, Bud or something. I will link it down below. And he said the best upgrade in 5 minutes, which is not 5 minutes, is just to sand down the edges so they're not as sharp anymore. So what I did yesterday with the things I had, I loosened the strings, put them in the back, and then I got some sandpaper and on a 35 degree angle I was sanding down the edges and the metal parts here, I guess they called the frets. And with the sandpaper I had, it was a very, very gentle one. I softened up a bit, like when I go over this, it's now very soft. It used to be very hard and very sharp. Same here, like again, without the strings, I was sanding it down, like here going along it. Here it was a bit hard because I didn't want to scratch this part. But then I took the sandpaper and I just sanded it like this way, and the edges are now a bit softer, not as soft as I think I can get them. So these days I will go to the hardware shop, I will get myself not a rough paper, a sandpaper again, very, very smooth, and maybe one above the smoothest, so I have a certain range, and I maybe take off the strings again. I was also thinking maybe I unscrew the neck so I can get also to this parts back here, and maybe I will take the sandpaper and smooth out just these parts here with going over it in a 45 degree angle and just smoothing out the frets here on the sides and the wooden edges, and maybe I also go here a bit along the edges, because in what the people who deliver this, I mean, they just do the same. They don't work on a Squire Affinity as long as on a better guitar, because like it's just a cheaper product. So if you want to make yours a bit better, you might want to sand it down very gently, like with a certain sensibility. Don't destroy your guitar. But I also kind of realized that this is it is possible, it's customizable, and it's not a bad thing to do. And I will sand down the edges so it will be playable much better. Like, I like it. This is very soft. I can no hard edges anymore, and I think I will go over again one time. And I know there's better tools, but I'm just a beginner. This is my beginning guitar, and why not learn with what you have? And one day, if you should become a pro, then you might get a better guitar. Because Tomo Fujita said to me the intonation on cheaper guitars is not so good. So maybe you cannot get this instrument to perform as a great instrument would. Doesn't mean this is bad. This is really good, but like he said, you get a clear tone from each string before the 12th fret, and then here sometimes it buzzes, and if it buzzes you need to play harder, but then you're not playing the instrument with a certain sensibility and finesse, and that will screw up your game in the long run. So he said if you want to play like John Mayer, at a certain point you might consider a better instrument which does what it should do. But for now, we use what we have. Again, I will keep you updated. Maybe I will make a video and we'll see us. But link down below to Darren, I guess is his name. That guy is awesome. He was the guy that convinced me to get an Affinity in the first place. He made a test Pacifica versus a Squire Strat, and he made a test and said, this is the Squire, and this is where it shines, and this is where it fails, and this is the Pacifica, and this is where it shines. And I was looking at a starter guitar for around 200 euros, $200, and I'm pretty happy. It stays in tune. It's not a Bullet. The Bullet is way cheaper and maybe a bit worse, but this was like the entry guitar you could take and play gigs, which you do what you feel you have to do. I mean, yeah. And that's it for today.